Alrighty, so you've stumbled upon the land investing niche. You have not done a single deal and you're wondering, hey, how did Mike Alder start doing the land investing? So maybe I could follow his model and do the same thing. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I started scaling out my land investing business 3 or 4 years ago when I pivoted from residential real estate to land investing. And just know at any time, if you want to see additional details that you could use to go ahead and expand or grow your business, all that can be found directly below this video in the description area there, whether that's jumping on consulting calls with me or a couple other nuggets. I'll add all that down there. As well as, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm going to be building out my $1 a day passive income blueprint because I'm bored out of my freaking mind doing the same thing all the time. So I got to have my hands in on a few different things. So I'm showing how you can go ahead and invest to get $1 a day, passive income, passive for real, and you could do the same. But this is all about land investing over here. So let's get into how I started scaling out my land investing business. Maybe you could use my strategy, tweak it a little bit so it fits you and you could grow it from there. So I was in the residential game for years. I used to buy, renovate, and place tenants into properties in the hood, and then I would sell these assets to West Coast investors that wanted a higher rate of return on their money. This model was great until it wasn't great, and it sucked and it got really bad, very stressful, so I had to switch and figure out other ways to get my cash flow growing. That's when I switched from that to land investing. Now, when the market had crashed in South Florida, 2008, I had bought some land down there because the lots were going for $50,000 and they plummeted all the way to $2,000. I wasn't thinking anything about becoming a land investor. I just knew something that was going for $50,000 at one point, drops all the way to $2,000, is for sure going to be worth $10,000 at some point in life. So I bought some lots down there at $2,000 a pop. So I had a little bit of land. Now, when I made the switch, I actually was consulting with Mark Podolsky, the land geek, and he laid out his model there. So I took these properties I had, which I was just doing an appreciation play on and was going to one day sell them for $10,000 in my head, ended up selling them right away on seller financing terms. This was super passive. It was great, and I loved it. And I was like, wait a minute. I need to get some more money going into this, but I don't know which markets to go ahead and jump into. So I was in Florida. I knew Florida was good, but I wanted to know what else was out there. So I started researching all the platforms and I stumbled upon Valencia County, New Mexico. Here's where you want to start paying attention here. So I found an investor on there that had about 5 lots, maybe even more than that, but they were all 1-acre lots, Valencia County, New Mexico. This was back in the day when you could get these things crazy cheap. He was selling them for $350 a pop. Now, I have a little bit of clout in the real estate game. I know how to market. I know how to draw attention to properties. So I reached out to this investor and I said, hey, my name's Michael Alder. I'm a land investor as well. I've been in the residential game for X number of years, but I see you have all these properties here. Now, would you have a problem with me marketing one of those at a time? And if I bring in a buyer, I will go ahead and purchase the property from you and I will sell or finance that property to my buyer. So I'm going to give you a little visual on this here. So we got these silver bars. We got 4 bars here. Each one of these is going to be one of these 1-acre lots. So I would take a 1-acre lot from him. I would take his description from it and I would list it on eBay. He wanted $350 for this. I was just selling it for $50 down, $50 a month for 36 months, roughly. I can't remember the exact terms I was doing, but that was basically the case. I would place a classified ad on eBay. Buyers would start reaching out to me saying, hey, I'm interested. I want it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. Send $50 to my PayPal account, and then I'll go ahead and do the contract for you. So they would send the down payment. I would do the contract with them. As soon as I had a signed contract, I'd reach out to my guy and say, here's my credit card number. This $350 property, you're going to deed it over to me, and that's in my pile there. And I just sold that for $50 down, $50 a month for 36 months. So on my credit card, I charged $350, got the deed to me, and then I sold it to my buyer on seller financing terms. Boom. But I left the ad running. Next person reaches out to me, says, hey, I'm interested in that property. I say, sorry, that one's sold, but I have this one available now. I just grabbed another one off of his list. Here's the description. It's comparable, same exact terms. Are you interested in that? Yes. Person would send me money. I would reach out to him. Hey, deed me this property now. I just sold it for $50 down, $50 a month for 36 months. Give him my credit card for $350. He deeds it to me. I'm carrying the note to my buyer. Boom. So this is a way that I was doing this without using any of my own money, by the way, and leveraging other people's assets and flipping it to hungry buyers. I went over to the next. Boom. Marketed this property. Buyer comes in, buys it, cashed him out, he deeds it to me, and now I have another note, $50 down, $50 a month for 36 months. The process continued till I sold all of his inventory, and I'm not gonna kid you here, he was selling them at the same time too. So we went until he was out of inventory, then I had to find a new person to start filling my orders for me. But that's exactly how it started. This was low risk for me. All I was doing was putting the marketing cost up, and when I had a buyer on the hook, then I committed the dollars to purchase the property, take the property, then flip it as a note, and then I just got that residual income coming in. Now, of course, these people default. You may be saying, what about default rates? Default rates happen all the time in the land business. It's incredibly high, roughly at 50%. Now, right now, everybody has money because of all the stimulus that's out there. So there's very few default rates as we speak, but it will go back to that for sure. And that's why we do not deed over properties until we are paid in full, because people default on them all the time. Now that's my strategy. Now you may not have great marketing and negotiating tactics and strategies in the beginning. That's fine. That's why anybody that reaches out to me, I always recommend you buy 2 or 3 of these lots, these cheap lots, so you have something to market. And I also recommend doing different sizes in different areas. So one's going to be Navajo County, Arizona, one's going to be Valencia County, and one's going to be Putnam County, Florida there. Valencia County's in New Mexico, by the way. So you buy a variety there, you put them on all the land investing platforms, and you start bringing in eyeballs. People are going to put up their credit card to go ahead and make a purchase, and when they do, that's when you could go ahead and create the note with them, go out and buy more inventory, and then just keep the cycle going. It's slow in the beginning, just like rolling that boulder uphill, but once you get to the top, all that momentum builds and just boom, 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 compounds, and you have this massive portfolio of notes, plus a huge database of hungry buyers there that you're just filling orders for in the end. So this is just an overview of how I started, and then I scaled everything out from there. And I'm sure you have plenty of questions. If you do, go ahead and drop those down below in the comment section, or just shoot me a text at 440-567-6040. I'll create the content answering your questions for you. And like I said, if you need help getting through your first few land deals, let's jump on a consulting call. You can do that at landflippingmichael.com. It's only $97 for up to 30 minutes. You jot down all your questions and we hammer these out so you can go ahead and take action immediately after our call. But as always, I truly appreciate you tuning into this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.